All right. Hello. This is Annette from Four Horns Farm, and I just wanted to give you guys a channel update, a life update, really. So, where do I start? I don't really want to do a timeline. I have a few talking points. Um, the talking points are basically what have we been up to? Um, have we been making any videos at all? What we're doing currently, and our future plans. So, what have we been up to? Well, last May 2018, we moved into our new house on the farm. That summer was a very hot summer, so I'd get up and I'd work early in the morning as I do not naturally like to get up early in the morning, so I did my best with that, but most mornings I just wasn't getting up early enough to beat the heat. So definitely need to be getting up earlier in the morning during the summer of 2019 if I'm going to be working outside. So it was a learning curve. I had a lot of health issues with the heat. I'd end up getting heat exhausted if I stayed out past 8:30 in the morning. Some of the other things that we've been up to, we've been setting up some infrastructure here on the farm. A lot of them are still in the works. The fencing, for instance, it's we're saving for that. We've started with four raised beds so that we're working on the kitchen garden and orchard. Market garden, that's something that's still in the works. Some of the things that we have been up to as well. We put a deck on the back of our house, which is about 95% done. We still need to add gates because we want it to be the kind of deck where we can close it from animals coming up the stairs and pooping on the deck. And also, it needs to be sanded so that you're less likely to get splinters if you run your hands on the rails and such. So it's not 100% done. We did add some crushed slag gravel to the driveway so that we're not living and walking out of our house onto just dirt and mud. Because when you build a new house, it doesn't come with a lawn. We had to put that in. It's not a subdivision house, so we had to put that down. Something so that when we stepped off of our stairs, we were not stepping into dirt. So we did that at the front and up the driveway, but we still have to do the back of the house and the end of the house where we have a side door also. We added gutters to kind of help with drainage, and we also had a neighbor with the tractor who's the contractor who also did the deck. We had him to take his tractor and do some drainage trenches. While I do believe in permaculture strongly, um, we were living with lakes, huge ponds of water, um, because the land was just not draining in a way where we could actually use it. We could not get out of our cars and come into our house because it was like a big pool of water in front of the house. So putting that crushed gravel plus um, those drainage trenches can really very hugely helped with that. All right. So our past videos, what's going on with those? Because I have been creating videos. We just have not been uploading them. I've been editing them. And so now that they are being edited, the videos from 2018 through now will be uploaded Monday through Friday. And then once we're current and we've uploaded all of the old videos, then we'll revisit the schedule and we'll upload based on the amount of videos that we're making. We still haven't decided yet. Okay. Currently, what are we doing right now? Right now, we're planning the kitchen garden, planning the expansion. Like I said, we had four raised beds, and we have a plan on graph paper um, so that we can see what we have and where we're going with it. The orchard, the plans for the orchard, and those things are at the front of the house so that quick access. We're also both Mr. Horn and I working full time off the farm jobs. So a lot of the things that I, watch YouTube and I see a lot of other homesteaders are doing and other farmers are doing, I'm just not here all day. I work off the farm. I'm a teacher. So I leave the house by 7, 7:15 in the morning. I'm not back sometimes until almost 6 in the evening. So there's a lot of things that I'm like a weekend farmer right now. Try to get as much done as I can on the weekends. Um, and Mr. Horn, he's here during the week homeschooling the kids. But he's working. There's not really much time for him to be outside. And so that's one of the reasons why we've had some delays with getting videos up. Also, something else that we're currently working on, we're currently doing our American guinea hog pigs on rotation. Our land was covered in gallberry roots. I wish sometimes they weren't, but it is what it is. We've got, a lot of people, they get pigs so that they can root up the grasses that they don't want to be growing so that they can put in a garden. I love them learning so much from Justin Rhodes on that. Um, but our land is not just covered with grass, it's covered with a deep tangle of gallberries, um, the roots of pine trees, because about 13 years ago, this was a pine tree farm. So once those trees left, now they're just root stumps that are decaying under the ground. They're still there. So um, getting those gallberries up, that's what our pigs are helping us with. And so as they root them up, I kind of sprinkle barley seeds and sunflower seeds out there to, as they germinate, the pigs are going and looking for them. In the same way I saw that, Justin Rhodes is putting down corn for that. Our pigs don't eat corn. We don't feed them corn. So they are pasture. They eat the shrubs. They eat the grass. We've grown fodder for them, beetroots, alfalfa, um, barley seeds, sunflower seeds, and kitchen scraps. So um, they eat pretty well. They're happy pigs, and we're happy to have them. We have harvested 4 of them. That's something else that's happened on the farm. And part of the reason we harvested was because they were getting out, and I would come home from work and have to wrangle pigs. And, I just it was dark already. It was like coming home in the dark and trying to find pigs and reset electric net fencing because they tore it down. I just couldn't continue to do that every single day. So we harvested, and so we got our herd down to a manageable amount that does not want to escape. They want to stay. They're happy where they are. Future plans for us. What are our future plans here on the farm? The plan is to put in a garden and an orchard, to expand that out, have enough raised beds in our kitchen garden so that it feeds our family as well as our extended family, my parents, Mr. Horn's parents as well, and any other relatives that are interested, um, to take that gallberry root pasture and turn it into a market garden with the help of our pigs that we're using to till it and add fertility. Um, so that's in the future as well. Um, I would love to have a CSA at some point. I am still doing the research on that, but really until the land is prepped and ready, it's kind of not going to happen. We don't have a tractor. We don't have BCS. We don't have, um, sorry, a tilther, um, broad fork. We have none of those things. So the pigs are our tool right now. Um, Future plans also to get a greenhouse, to build a garage. We have right now we have one 20-foot shipping container, and that is our outside of the house storage. So the inside of our house still looks like we're moving a little bit because there's a lot of things that while normally we would keep in a garage, we don't have a garage to keep those things. We'd also like to have chickens, rabbits, turkeys, goats. I'm even thinking of sheep, but I don't know. There sometimes, when you have grandiose goals, it's hard to tamp them down to a realistic level, especially when you work full time. So while I would love to have just start with just a few, enough for eggs for the family, I don't have chicken housing. So I don't feel like it's right to get chickens if I don't have adequate housing for them. I don't have adequate fencing to protect them. I have to be patient with the process. So those are the kind of things that we're working on. Fencing in 3 out of these 8 acres. And the goal is to have pigs at some point on the acres that are wild to try to tame them a little bit. And I don't mind keeping them wild and keeping the pigs on the inside of the 3 acres though, because feel civilization encroaching on uh our little piece of the country. There's subdivisions coming up all around us. So the goal is to keep it wild, to give the wild turkeys and the deer some place to go when the subdivisions start to encroach on them. So the people from those subdivisions will say, "Hey, look, there's deer." You're like, "Yeah, because we didn't cut it all down and put up a parking lot." We try to keep it wild enough in our zone 5 so that we could have the kind of animals that you want to see when you come out to the country. And so those are our goals. We touched on what we've been up to, our past videos, so please be looking for them. Please subscribe to our channel. There's so much more coming. Um, and like our videos, share our videos. We're on Facebook, Four Horns Farm. We're also on Instagram, Four Horns Farm. There's a blog on Blogger, Four Horns Farm. So please check us out. Um, and I really appreciate the time that you take to consider our channel. And for those of you who are already subscribers, I really appreciate you. I appreciate my students at school, and I know that they're listening and watching. And I'll catch you on the next video. Um, and remember to just grow something. I'm a teacher, and if I could teach about growing, I would. I think it's very important, but students are interested in different things, and so I teach about what they're interested in and what they need to know. But if you can, you grow something, grow your mind, grow food, just grow something. Thank you so much from Four Horns Farm.